What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe. It does help.
I have a track right here, and what I want to do is take this music, get all these pads, all on separate tracks. Now, obviously, you're in MPC here. This is all on the same track. I'll hit these pads again. We're going through track number 1 right here. And this is the pads. So we're in pad channel mode. I go ahead and track all the pads, same track. I'm trying to take this music and put it in different DAWs, like Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton Live, FL Studio, Luda. So the top softwares all can take stems in. So I'm going to change this whole thing around and move it to a different software so we can mix in that software. And first, I want to hit the track back, make sure these levels are correct. Let's go from the top. So we got tracks going on. You will see here some of these are low or higher, these velocities right here. You can see velocity setting right there. What I want to do now is I want to make each track or each pad into a track. To do this, I will need to go to Explode. So we're going to go up here to our menu. We're going to go here to Edit. We'll scroll down here to the bottom. I'm going to go to Track. I get the track right here. And we're looking for Explode, which is right here. Once I get to Explode, I'm good to go. And now it's exploding the tracks out. You'll see them as they develop. Right here's 14, 13, 12, and so on. They're developing right now. Okay, so they're all done. Now you'll notice here too, some tracks have several different elements inside this. So they may be just copying one or the other, and also they may be part of the same overall output I may want to have. So let's go over this too as well. So I'm going to go back to here now, and we're going to see here when I get the track, we have mute group 1, mute group 2, mute group 7. So if you do mute groups, these tracks will appear as mute groups when you do explode your tracks out. It's important to realize if you want to do that, you can do that. That way, when you do send it out to another software, you can mute them all at once this way within that software. But if not, you want to have them all be separate, not into mute groups. This is important to understand this before you start to bounce this audio level of everything out into a big overall file I want to send out. So I want to do that in this one to make it easier. So I've got that done. So now what I want to do is I'd like to take all these tracks I have here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take these 9 tracks, send them out. Now you'll notice here too, the very first track, the one where I have everything at, has been muted automatically by the software. So this is the original track where I have all these instruments coming out as one track. Okay, and so I muted that so we can hear back the new tracks it has made. So I'm going to go to here. I'm just going to play it back a little bit. See, it's still the same thing. So now what I want to do is I would like to take these tracks and export them as audio files. So I'm going to go to here, scroll down here. I'm going to go to Audio Mixdown. Now here I'll just select Audio Mixdown, and now this is the setting I want to use here. It's Audio Mixdown. We have start on the first bar and then the last bar. As you can see here, this is 8 bars. We can tell from over here, upper left-hand corner under the name. Now, no audio tail. Well, there's a little audio tail there, isn't there? We're not going to use that. We're going to probably copy them and loop them. And so here we have stereo output. That means we're just going to get one stereo output left and right. I don't want that. I want the exported tracks to come out to me. I'm gonna go to separate tracks, and now each of those tracks, the 9 tracks, if I'm correct, will come out as simple tracks, right? Okay, here. So now my setting here is going to be wave. I'm going to set it as 24-bit, and I probably want to make it 32 in my case. It's 44.1. That's good. And you'll see here, if I go back to here, we have the main inserts. I'm not using that. So coming right here, we're just going to take out the output of each track. Okay? And I want to export. So I come in to export this. I go to export right here, and I want to find a place to export these tracks. Now, I don't want to save them inside of here in my system. So what I want to do is save it to a desktop. So I'm going to come to here. I'm going to go up my directory here, and I want to get to my desktop of my software here. So I'm going to go up higher here, and here's desktop right there. That's my desktop. And now I want to save it there. I need to name it first, though. So I'm going to come back here and delete this out of here. And I'm going to call this the bounce. The bounce. Okay, that's it. It's going to go here. I should probably actually make it into an all new folder, right? So I'm going to say new folder, right? And I'll call this new folder the bounce. I'll just call it bounce, make it easier. That's good. And I'll say do it. Okay, good. It's going to be on my desktop. It's called bounce, and the file, so let me go in there as the new bounce. I will now press save. And now it's going to save every track. Now mine's probably setting faster because I am running a MacBook Pro. Well, I'll show you this right here too as well. I'm running a MacBook Pro here, and this MacBook Pro you'll see here is 64 gigabytes. So it's got a lot of memory inside of it. I'm running the M1 Max chip in here too as well. And I try to make sure I have a lot of space on my computer so I can do whatever I need to do and get done. Since I actually do make a bunch of video stuff, I'm going to go back to, it's my MPC software. I need to go back to here actually and show you something actually too. Here's more information here we have on the computer here. It'll come up here. You'll see here that we're running approximately, here we go. I got 8 terabytes on this computer to make sure it's going to run and save everything on it. I do a lot of videos, so I want to make sure that works properly. And now, once that's done, I got to turn this off too as well. And get back to here. And once that's done, I'm ready to go. I look at my desktop, I will see the files. Once that's completed, I want to go to my desktop. So I'll go back to my desktop here, and I'll see it here as bounce. There it is right there. And these are the audio files. Now, if I pull up on the software, they'll work pretty much, just drag them in. This happens in about every software. All I want to do here is I make brand new tracks here, of course, right? Now, in this case, I made these like this here, which I don't want to have them like that, of course. I want to make sure they're going to be separate, all one output. There we go. And then I'll just tap one of them here, go to here and make this. The output there, perfect. And so now I'm going to grab all these tracks again. Got all my tracks set up. I've got the other ones right here, the ones I just created. I'm going to grab all these. I'm going to drag them into here. So the first one goes there, yep, and let go. And it says, use existing tracks. Yeah, use those. Okay. All selected files are stems from one project. Smart tempo multi-track set will be created. I say, okay, that's no problem. I'll pop it in here, and now it puts the tempo track into as well, and all the tracks are right here. It's kind of cool. It's pretty obvious that works, and that's what we want to do, is get all the tracks in here, and then sort of mix it in a really big DAW. Like Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton Live, FL Studio, Luna. There are so many great softwares that do the same thing by just dragging the files to the tracks.